Hello. 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 Hi. Hello. I just got back from work and I am still technically in my work clothes. But I wanted to film this video because I was excited. I just finished this. You may have saw it in my last video. The title is called Sunday in Santa Ana. I try to do it with the accent and I know my friend will be ashamed of me, so Sunday in Santa Ana. Anyways, the point of this video is because I want to talk about my process. I talked about this in a few videos ago and all 18 of you seem to like it, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give the people what they want, right? Anyways, this is a picture that I took when I went to my best friend's sister's wedding in El Salvador this past Christmas. I went right before Christmas, and I also went after my car broke and I spent $4,000 to fix it, but that's a whole other thing. The point is, this cured my seasonal depression. I want to say that this is like a love story to my best friend, a love letter to my best friend. I've had a long day. This painting is a love letter to my best friend. I haven't told her this yet. I really just came up with this like yesterday. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyways, this is a canvas. I bought this canvas. I bought a canvas roll like 2 years ago. And this is like the last of it. And I'm kind of happy about that. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of the canvas on paintings that suck. I don't even remember where it went. But this is my favorite. I'm gonna move my little plant. It's kind of in my way. This is my baby. I love her. She's big. 36 by 24 inches. She's a big girl. And with this one, I came up with the name. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. When we were in Santa Ana, we were supposed to go to, I need to backtrack. Okay, this was my friend's ranch. Let me give you the backstory. When me and my friend met in university about 10 years ago, we had always talked about visiting her ranch and just her hometown in general. She always told me how beautiful it was and how much she loved it and how much she hated being here in the cold, but that's fine. And we were like, yeah, one day we're gonna go to your hometown and we're gonna visit. And this year was the year. If you guys don't know, El Salvador wasn't always the safest place until recently. It got a lot safer. The president, don't kill me. The president made some changes and it's a lot different now than it used to be. So they thought it was a good time for us to go. We were there with her whole family. We got to meet all the cousins and the aunties, and it was such a good time. And I knew, like when I went there, I knew that when I saw this ranch, I was going to take a picture of it so I can paint it. So I always had that in the back of my mind. So the whole time we were there, I was like, when are we going to go to the ranch? She's like, I don't know. We were so busy. She's like, okay, we'll go the next day. I asked every single day, when are we going to the ranch? And we were supposed to go on a Sunday, but we ended up going on Monday, which was like, I think the last day before our flight home. Because I was like bugging her. I was like, you told me you were going to take me to the ranch. I want to go to the ranch. And we finally went on a Monday and we walked through. This is like the path that we're walking through, and she's showing us the ranch and she's showing us like all the vegetables and the flowers and the plants that grow there. And it was just like so beautiful. And I debated calling this Monday in Santa Ana because that was the actual day that we went. It was on a Monday. I don't know, I still go back and forth. It's technically called Sunday in Santa Ana because I just liked how it flowed. But we didn't go on a Sunday, we went on a Monday. So should I name it Monday in Santa Ana? Do you think it makes a difference? I don't know. Either way, it's beautiful. She's gorgeous. I love her. I love the shadows. I love the path. And the funny thing is, it's not really that funny, but I had been working on landscapes for a few weeks because I knew I was going to be painting this, even though I had never seen the ranch. in my mind, I'm like, I know what I'm looking for. So I had been doing a lot of studies, landscape studies. I've been working on my shadows and on my trees. I was really bad at trees. I was so committed to learning how to paint trees for this moment. This was like the piece de resistance. I don't know why I have so much energy right now. Anyways, my point is, I was building up to this. I knew I was going to paint this. I was so excited. And then I found the perfect picture. This guy right here, straight from my iPhone. And it was just, I love it. I hope she likes it too. I have not shown her yet. I don't think she's going to watch this video, so I'm not too worried about it. But I just love it. I love painting shadows. I realize that as I'm going to continue doing landscapes, because I actually like painting trees now and I know how to paint trees, light and shadows are just, they just like speak to you. And I feel like that's my favorite part. The lights, they say so much about the painting. They tell you what time of day it was. They tell you where you're walking to. There's so much emotion behind it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it does something to me. So anyways, when I started this, I started with a base, acrylic base of like burnt umber, maybe. Was it this? No, this is red oxide. I think I did burnt umber. Very like loosely. I'm pretty sure I painted over this canvas like 3 times. And I hated it every time. So yeah, I painted over it. And then I started with, I really wanted it to be colorful. I think sometimes I lean so much into doing everything in natural colors, and I'm trying really hard to not fall into that trap. I'm looking at a painting because I want to bring it, but I'm kind of too lazy right now. Anyways, so the background, I started with blocking in colors. I used a navy blue color. I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see it. I use this like navy blue color and I mixed it with a little bit of green, and that's what this like nice blue that you see in this background. And for this side, I think I just used brown. And what color did I use? Oh, I used a lot of burnt sienna. And then I just kind of like blocked in. I was really messy. I was really just focusing on getting the shapes, and I'll put this up again. Like there's a lot of dark areas here and here. So my main focus was putting down all the dark areas first. I think that's why I love this whole thing. Just, I love it so much. And yeah, I really just, it was a lot of trust. I'm not gonna lie. I did not know if I was gonna pull this off. It was a lot of just trusting myself and focusing on big shapes. In the past, I jumped the gun a little bit. I tend to just like want to go to the details, and I think that's where to get you. But for this, I just focus on really big shapes, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just try to stay away from the details. I really tried to save the details for last, and instead of focusing on like what I see, because in this photo, there's a lot going on and it can be kind of overwhelming because it's like, where do I even start? So I really just tried to, instead of looking at every single thing that's in this painting, I'm like, let me just focus on what my intention goes to first. Like for this part of the tree, there was so much detail in this picture that I could have added, but I was like, no, I'm just sticking to the really big shapes, because from far away, I'm going to understand what it is. Like your eye automatically knows, like, okay, this is a palm tree. I don't need any more detail. And that's what I was trying to focus on. And all the trees in the background, I really tried hard not to add too much detail. That was really hard because I could have just kept painting and painting, but I really like that it's very soft and you know what it is without having to see every single branch, every single feather, every single leaf, every single everything. I just try to keep the shapes very simple, very like to the point, like, okay, you're gonna know what it is from far away. I don't have to do too much. And I think keeping it simple is what makes it good, in my humble opinion. So yeah, I don't know what else to say right now. I'm just so excited. I really love it so much. I hope that when other people see this, they're gonna love it as much as I do. I've already entered it into my first art competition that I've ever entered, and I'm just so excited. Even if I don't win, I'm just like, I know that this is good. You know when you've done something and you're like, yeah, you don't have to tell me this is good. I know that this is good. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. I'm just proud. Like, this is my baby. So anyways, the colors that I use, let's see if I can find them. I used a little bit of permanent green. What else do I have here? Oh, spilling. Okay. I used permanent green by Winsor Newton, radiant green by Gamblin, and the radiant green I think is my favorite. That's what a lot of this light green color is, mixed with cad yellow. These two make just the most stunning green color. And then I use the Viridian Hue by Winsor Newton for a lot of like the darker colors. And actually, the radiant green by itself is very cool toned. So I started with this by itself. So you can see there's like a lot of cool toned green, and then I mixed it with the yellow, and it just makes this beautiful, vibrant green. And so like I just love this. I feel like it's so versatile. And then what else? What else? I did also, I think I mixed this with a little bit of, what did I mix this with? I think like a little bit of purple, a little bit of magenta to get kind of some browns. I use a lot of burnt umber by Winsor Newton. Let me see what else I got here. Oh yeah, for this shadows, I had a really hard time with the shadows, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I could not get them right. I did edit this picture to be a little bit more saturated, so you can, I don't know if you can see, but it's really peachy, a little bit of like yellow in there, but I can see the colors, but I just couldn't get the colors how I wanted it to. So there was like a lot of going back and forth. I was adding a lot of burnt umber, and then I was covering it up, and then I was re-adding it, I was covering it up. You can see there's like white here, and then I tried to go more peach, and then I tried to go more yellow, and then I tried to go more pink, and I was having a hard time finding that balance. And I just kind of landed on, there's like a darker peachy yellow underneath, and then I went over it with white, and I was like, I think that's, I'm just gonna, I hope my boobs don't look weird. This bra is too small, I just realized this. Anyways, my point is, I ended up going over it with white, and I was kind of like, I just have to leave it as is. I think it looks good. This part was also pretty difficult because I couldn't get the proportions just right. But in the end, I feel like it looks good. I really love this part. I did this last because I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, because in the photo, we're actually walking towards a house. So the house ends up cutting us off. And the picture that I had going in the other direction was not my favorite picture, so that's why I have this one instead. So I was like, I'm just gonna kind of finesse and make it look like this path keeps going, and I feel like it turned out beautiful. I absolutely love this palm tree here. I put in the most detail in this palm tree. The one behind it, I actually like that I didn't put in a lot of detail. It looks kind of like, it actually looks like it's in the distance because it's so like fuzzy, and I had to stop myself and be like, do not add. any more detail. It's good the way it is. So I don't know, I'm really happy with it. This is kind of a random leaf. This one kind of bugged me for a while, but I've accepted it. I think it looks realistic, you know? Maybe, I don't know. Everything else, I love. The sky I actually ended up doing last because I did not plan very well. So the sky I kind of painted in between these branches that were already there. Same with this, I ended up adding just like a little bit of sky, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to, I feel like your eyes are really good at playing tricks on you and like telling you like, okay, this is sky, I know what this is supposed to be a tree, I understand. So I had to keep that in mind, that like your eye is going to fill in the rest. You do not need to add too much detail, and I feel like that's what makes it so good. I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of it. And yeah, I feel like it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I think it just in my head, I was like, damn, this is a lot of tree. This is a lot of detail, but I feel like it came across the way I wanted to come across. I did end up leaving this like rotten thing out here. So a lot of this was me just like filling in, you know? And I was like, I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna do what artists do. I'm gonna fill in the space. So that is my painting. That is Sunday in Santa Ana, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Let me know if you want prints. I don't know if you want. I can do that for you. It's up to you though. Yeah, that's it. Bye.